might be.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we do.
Can you believe that? It's going to frost again Wednesday.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
No, I can't believe that.
You just said, right? We have more than usual. So let's say that we're going to do 3 the first time, but then possibly maybe 2
Okay.
after that.
Okay. All right, that'll work.
Because we finally have a festival. Finally.
Really?
Yeah.
When is that?
At Denton, Doyle Lawson.
Oh, right,
But then,
right,
you know,
right.
he said now next year he's retiring.
Oh, really?
Did you read that?
I
I don't
just-
know if it's true or not, but I read it.
Yeah, I saw it someplace that he's planning to retire.
Here we go. And a good Saturday morning. Welcome to all of you folks listening in over the airwaves of WPAQ. Welcome also to the folks here in the theater. Thanks for coming in off the busy street, and we hope that you'll enjoy today's program. Also, welcome as well to the folks listening in and watching on our live stream on YouTube. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to that, check us out on YouTube at WPAQ radio station. I'm Jeannie Lowry. I'll be your host for today's program, and it's a pleasure to welcome these folks back. I think it's been maybe a year since we've had you folks, except
I think it is.
you were so gracious to record a version, a program actually, for one of the first at-home edition merry-go-rounds that we had to have. We'll call them at-studio editions anyways. So thank you so much. Help me make welcome to the stage 2 very, very talented people, and we're so glad to have them, Bill and Maggie Anderson.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to do an old song that Roy Acuff made famous on the Grand Ole Opry, and you're welcome to sing along here in the theater and right at home or driving along in your car. It's that Wabash Cannonball.
From the great Atlantic Ocean to the wide Pacific shore, from green and rolling mountains to the Southland by the shore, she's mighty tall and handsome, don't quite well bow. She's a combination of the Wabash Cannonball. Oh, listen to the jingle, rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodland to the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine and lonesome hobo's call, traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. States are dandy, so the people always say. From New York to St. Louis and Chicago by the way. From the hills of Minnesota where the rippling waters fall, no changes can be taken on the Wabash Cannonball. Oh, listen to the jingle, rumble and the roar, as she climbs along the woodland through the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine and the lonesome hobo's call, traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Claxton, may his name forever stand, always be remembered in the courts throughout the land. His earthly race is over now, curtains round him fall, They'll carry him home to victory on the Wabash Cannonball. Oh, listen to the jingle, rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodland, through the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine and the lonesome hobo's call, traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. They're traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. The Wabash Cannonball from way back. Well, thank you kindly. We're going to do a more contemporary.
Yeah, we do a Graham Parsons.
That's not real contemporary.
Yeah, for us it is, because we're old people, you see.
Yeah.
Time goes faster when you're old. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Didn't even get old. Well, this tune is a often told story in country and bluegrass music about a young man who goes off to seek his fortune and discovers that what was most valuable was probably right back there at home. And what reminds him of home is the hickory wind. So that's the name of the song.
In South Carolina, there are many tall pines. I remember the oak tree that we used to climb. But whenever I'm lonely, I always pretend that I'm getting the feel of hickory wind. I started out younger at most everything, just riches and pleasure. What else could life bring? But it makes me feel better each time it begins, calling me home, hickory wind. It's a hard thing to find out that trouble is real in a faraway city with a faraway feel. But it makes me feel better each time it begins, calling me home, hickory wind, calling me home, hickory wind, hickory wind.
Thank you kindly. I think we're going to do a tune now that was written by Miss Hazel Dickens. She was a fine songwriter from West Virginia.
And this ain't no mushy love song.
This is a love song, one too, that she wrote. She was a real plain-speaking woman, and so she tells it right like it is about love and romance. It's called My Heart's Own Love. As I was walking along life's highway, lost and lonely as I could be, looking for my own true love, the one I thought I would never see. Just when I thought I'd never know love, just when my dreams all fell apart, I looked out from the deepening shadows. You were standing next to my heart. Bless your heart, you are my darling. Bless your soul, you are the one. Bless the Lord that brought you to me. At last I found my heart's own love. When I thought I'd never know love, just when my dreams all fell apart, I looked up from the deepening shadows. You were standing next to my heart. Bless your heart, you are my darling. Bless your soul, you are the one. Bless the Lord that brought you to me. At last I found my heart's own love. Sometimes we wander like lonely pilgrims, like old soldiers who long for home, hoping when our journey's ended, we'll find the sweetest peace we've known. Just when I thought I'd never know love, just when my dreams all fell apart, I looked up from the deepening shadows. You were standing next to my heart. Bless your heart, you are my darling. Bless your soul, you are the one. Bless the Lord who brought you to me. At last I found my heart's own love. Yes, I found my heart's own love.
Bless your heart. Well, thank you.
Great job from our special guests, Bill and Maggie Anderson. They're out of Woodlawn, Virginia. And we'll be back with more music coming up from this fine duo. They're actually married. Did you know that?
I knew that.
Got the same last name, but sometimes you can't tell by that. So anyways, we'll be right back after we hear word from our sponsor of this portion of today's program, Price Power Equipment over in Elkin, North Carolina.
Maggie and I used to travel quite a lot back when we were younger, and we'd play in Florida a lot. When it got cold, we'd go to Florida for a month or something, and we'd play these shows and say that we'd been married for whatever, at the time, maybe 40 years or whatever it was, and people down there would say, to each other? We'd say, yeah, uh-huh. That wasn't a cumulative score. That was yeah. Well, we know, folks, that, things change, don't you know?
Some things change and some things stay the same. That's right. Bob King, thank you so much for everything this morning, and hope you're doing well. Right now, if you're just tuning in or just joining us, you're listening to the Saturday Morning Merry-Go-Round, broadcast live each and every Saturday from the historic Earl Theater, which is also home to the Old Time Music Heritage Hall. Two fine musicians for this first portion of today's Merry-Go-Round. That's right. And there's two of them sitting right here, and I thought you were going to turn around and say, and who are those people? But you didn't. So, anyways, I'm just joking. Bill and Maggie Anderson, thank you so much for performing on the merry-go-round. What you got picked out for us next, Bill?
Well, it turns out it's another love song, but this one's sort of mushy. Yeah. And,
We can handle it.
all right. So, anyway, it's called Just Loving You. Just loving you, loving you, loving you, just loving you. Ooh. If I had one star that I could make a wish on tonight, I'd say I'm alright, just loving you. I'm alright, just loving you. I was just going to say, if you buy the CD, you can hear the correct arrangement of that song.
That's what happens when you play live. Sometimes you make it up on the spot. Well, we're going to do one of our favorite groups. Is Bill and I met through folk music ages ago. And then we got into bluegrass. We were part of a bluegrass band for quite a long time, 15 years or so. And one of our favorite bluegrass groups was the Seldom Seen. And we're going to do one of their tunes. If you're a Seldom Seen fan, I hope this brings back good memories. It's a story song, kind of.
Yeah, well, this is sort of a biographical song. It's called Old Train.
Yeah, about a guy that when he was young, he used to jump on those trains when they rode by, and now he just kind of waves at them.
Yeah. Part of the lyric is, I'm too old for running. That's absolutely true.
And so the train has gotten kind of old and rusty and creaky too. So the name of the song is Old Train.
2, 3. Old train, I can hear your whistle blow, but I won't be jumping on again. Old train, I've been everywhere you go, and I know what lies around each bend. Old train, each time you pass, you're older than the last, and it seems I'm too old for running. I hear your rusty wheels scrape against the rail. They cry with every mile. I think I'll stay a while. I've grown weary with the miles, but I miss the freedom that is mine. Oh, train, when I think about those times, I'll smile when you highballing by. Oh, train, each time you pass, you're older than the last, and it seems I'm too old for running. I hear your rusty wheels scrape against the rail. They cry with every mile. I think I'll stay a while. Oh, train, each time you pass, you're older than the last, and it seems I'm too old for running. I hear your rusty wheels scrape against the rail. They climb with every mile, but I think I'll stay a while.
know the train still comes through Mount Airy one time a week.
One time
A week, and when it does, it comes through right there, you know, where the railroad tracks is at 52 and 601. And it causes quite a hubbub, but you don't know when I can't seem to time it right. It comes right in the middle of the day, just one time a week though.
Well, that's fun.
I love to hear that song because it makes me think about the fact that a train is so long ago when you think about it. The railroad first came through Mount Airy, came to Mount Airy in 1888.
Wow.
1888, it's a long time ago. So,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
and also I think on a side note, 1888 there was a really bad hurricane. And also, somebody in my family, my great-grandmother was born in 1888. That's the year that the railroad came to Mount Airy. So, just a side note about trains.
Yeah.
Bob King likes trains too, and he knows all about them. We're going to send things back to you, Bob King, and hear a word about Doyle Lawson's upcoming festival in the month of May 2021. And we'll be back with more music from Bill and Maggie Anderson right after this.
Oh, well, thank you.
I was going to say that I saw some kids in the back too, and if when we're done playing, if you'd like to come up and see what this instrument is about. It's called a dobro. Now maybe you all know that real well. I don't want to tell you something you already know, but I think the reason that I'm playing it is because it's shiny. Oh look,
Yeah.
shiny!
Yeah.
I started playing a dobro. We had a bluegrass band, and well, before we had a bluegrass band, we were going to these different concerts, and I saw Josh Graves playing a dobro.
Yeah.
He was a,
Famous last words. She saw this great dobro player,
probably 29.
and she said, "That don't look that hard." Famous last
Yeah,
words.
the rest of the story is that you have to land in the right place, and there are a lot more wrong places to land than there are right places. Yeah. Oh, and Bill
Thank
made
you so
this
much,
for
Bob.
me.
And we will update the weather forecast at the bottom of this hour. And right now we're enjoying the sounds of Bill and Maggie Anderson. And also want to make mention of that May 5th is the beginning of the 41st annual Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver Bluegrass Festival down at Denton Farm Park in Denton, North Carolina. Back to more music from our special guests, Bill and Maggie Anderson.
Well, we were talking about during the break about the dobro, and I failed to mention, which was my bad, that Bill built this dobro for me, and
I
it's
did
really
about
special.
25 years ago, and the good news is she liked it. Because we all know if Mama ain't happy, nobody's happy.
We're going to do a tune now about another train
It
song.
is a train
Yes.
song. Another.
It was written by Jean Ritchie, a Kentucky girl, lived in eastern Kentucky in the coal mines. And you know, we all know that coal mining was dangerous work, but also a really bad part of it was when the mines played out. And then this song, the train isn't stopping in their town anymore. That means they're not picking up coal. So that means there's no coal going out, there's no money coming in. And that's what this song's about. It's called the L&N, which was a Louisville-Nashville train. The L&N don't stop here anymore. When I was a curly-headed baby, my daddy set me down upon his knee. He said, "Child, you go to school, you learn your letters. Don't you be no dusty mind like me." I was born and raised in the mountain hazard holler. Coal cars rolled and rumbled past my door. Now they stand in a rusty row, all empty,
and the yelling don't stop here anymore.
I used to think my daddy was a black man with script enough to buy the company store. Now he goes downtown with empty pockets, and his face is white as February snow. I was born and raised at the mouth of Hazard Holler. Cold cars rolled and rumbled past my door. Now they stand in a rusty road all empty,
and the yelling don't stop here anymore.
Last night I dreamed I went down to the office to get my payday like I done before. Them old cuts of vines had covered up the doorway. There were trees and grass growing right up through the floor. I never thought I'd live to love the coal dust. Never thought I'd long to hear the tipple roar. But now I wish the grass would change to money, and them greenbacks fill my pockets once more. I was born and raised at the mouth of Hazard Holler. Cold cars rolled and rumbled past my door. Now they stand in a rusty row all empty,
and the yelling don't stop here anymore. And the yelling don't stop here anymore. Yelling don't stop here anymore. Oh, thank you.
We're going to do a tune now that is a story song. We love story songs, and this
And we're
one
going to
is,
shamelessly promote our newest CD.
yes. All right. Well, we're going to. This tune is about a redbird, cardinal,
Cardinal, right.
and this
Turns out, we've learned that we've been doing this all a while, and it turns out that the cardinal is the state bird of both Virginia, where we live in Fancy Gap. Well, I like to say that where we live is out in the country, and the nearest gas station is in Fancy Gap. Anyway, but it's also the state bird of North Carolina.
North Carolina, and I guess 11 states have it. But anyway, it seems like there's a lot of stories about how a loved one passes, and the Lord sends a cardinal to encourage them that they're just fine. They're being taken care of. And in this song, the mama knew about that, and she told her kids she loved the redbirds when she was alive, and she said, "Now don't you worry. When I go to be with the Lord, I'll send you a redbird, and you'll know that everything's fine." So we'll see what happens in the song. Mama loved the redbirds.
2, 3, 4. Mama loved the redbirds. She used to watch them fly, paint a pretty picture in the blue Virginia sky. Nothing she liked better than to hear the redbirds sing. Mama loved the redbirds. She'd feed them in the winter time, couldn't wait till spring. When they had their babies, she gave them all a name. She could sit for hours talking to them all. Mama loved the redbirds. She'd say, when I get to heaven, in my Savior's care, I'll send down a redbird, you know that I am there. He'll sing pretty music like none you've ever heard. Mama loves redbird. Jesus, when it comes her time, we were not too worried, she'd be doing fine. There with her Jesus, she'd send out a sign, Mama loved the red bird. She'd say, when I get to heaven, in my Savior's care, I'll send down a red bird, you'll know that I am there. He'll sing pretty music like none you've ever heard. Mama loved the red bird. Hillside, gathered at the tomb, sun was shining, lilacs were in bloom. There above the casket, sitting on a wire, a whole host of redbirds singing like a choir. They were singing like a choir, and she said, when I get to heaven, in my Savior's care, I'll send down a red bird, you know that I am there. He'd sing pretty music like none you've ever heard. Mama loved the red bird. Yes, Mama loved the red birds. Mama loved the red birds. Thank you.
I love that song, and also now that's off of Grandma's Bread, right?
Yes, that's our newest album.
Did you bring any with you today?
Yes, we did. Just on the off chance.
Well, we'll give the folks opportunity. If you would like to get a CD from Bill and Maggie, you can do that after their portion of today's program. Or if you have to leave, you can come over here to the side of the stage and we can make other arrangements if we can help you in that way. Right now, we're going to set things back to you, Bob King, and have an updated look at the weather forecast. And we'll be back with more music on today's program right after this.
So to continue that story about Bill building my dobro, he also built the guitar that he is playing, and he is a luthier.
I'm a luthier. Now that's not a denomination like a Presbyterian or Methodist or something like that. It's someone who makes stringed instruments, and it's an old word, and it comes from lute maker, which is they made these things called lutes. They were funny looking. They sort of looked like mandolins with an attitude, and lots of strings all over the place. You know, they had like a dozen strings on them or something. But anyway, that's where the word came from.
He's also an authorized Martin warranty.
I'm certified. I'm certifiable. And I work on Martin. I do warranty work on Martin guitars. And as Mike said, I made this guitar, I don't know, almost 2 years ago now. It's the 95th guitar that I made. And a couple weeks ago, I finished making my 107th guitar.
107?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we're back on the air, so I want you to continue that where folks can hear it over the airwaves as well, because I can tell you folks, even if you're just listening in and you're not familiar with Bill and Maggie Anderson, great musicians. However, they are also, in addition to that, two very fine people. But in addition to that, Bill is one of the most talented luthiers around these parts. He has a brand for Vintage Acoustics. And that is your website, correct?
Yeah, Vintage Acoustics. Yeah, and if you cared about that stuff, you could Google Bill and Maggie. And we've had a website so long.
You're the only Bill and Maggies out there.
We're the first one up.
We're going to do it too now. The last one that we did was written by Brink Brinkman, a really fine songwriter. A lot of bluegrass bands have been recording his material. This is one, though, that you probably have never heard before, unless you have listened to Bill and Maggie Anderson, because it's one that he let us record without anyone else having recorded it. I hope it brings back some really special memories for you this morning, as it's talking about remembering Grandma's bread, and that's the name of the song.
And the songwriter, when we told him we wanted to record the song, I said to him, his name is Mark, but he calls himself Brink. I said, Brink, what do you want me to do on the vocal part of Grandma's Bread, the song? He said, shut up. So this would be a solo that Maggie's going to play for us.
We'll see. All right, Grandma's Bread. 2, 3, 4. I watched her make her bread 1,000 times. Mine never tastes like hers, no matter how I try. Like a rose that blooms behind the summer rain. Some things in life are better unexplained. As the millstone would turn, she sang to her Lord. As that old wood stove would burn, her voice would soar. She'd had a handful of love and a cup of God's word. That's my recipe, she said, for Grandma's bread. I can almost taste it on the summer wind as we hurried through the cornfields out to us kids. Our little legs would run for all there were, just to get a slice of heaven here on earth. As the millstone would turn, she sang to her Lord. As that old wood stove would burn, her voice would soar. She'd had a handful of love and a cup of God's word. That's my recipe, she said, for Grandma's bread. Now all I have to do is close my eyes and imagine that old farmhouse and a blue summer sky. A flood of memories overflows my head of a simpler time and Grandma's bread. As the millstone would turn, she sang to her Lord. As that old wood stove would burn, her voice would soar. She'd had a handful of love and a cup of God's word. That's my recipe, she said, for Grandma's bread. Grandma's bread. That's my recipe, she said, for Grandma's bread. I watched her make her bread 1,000 times.
Grandma's Bread.
Thank you. I'm going to do an instrumental now on this dobro that Bill built for me. You know, he says that it was a good thing that I liked it, but it really was a good thing that I liked it because I told him all how I wanted it made. I told him what kind of wood I wanted it out of. I wanted a thicker body and all kinds of stuff. And I'm real pleased with it, especially as it has a particularly pretty harmonic. So we'll try to see how much accuracy I can get on those in this morning on a tune called "The Bells of St. Mary." 2, 3.
excellent job. And you know what? I wanted to tell the folks this, or I need to tell you this, Bill. One thing. Your finish work on your guitars is absolutely beautiful. And I don't think sometimes folks, you said the word luthier. You can't even find it in the dictionary. I looked it up one time to try to make sure I was spelling it correctly, and I thought, I know this is not a word I have made up. And you confirmed it. It's a very old word.
Yes, indeed.
But for some reason, some dictionaries have decided that it's not important anymore or something. I don't know. But anyways, expert luthier, Bill Anderson for sure. Be sure and check out his website at Vintage Acoustics. What do we need to do? We need to take a real quick break, and then I think that'll be the final one, but I've kind of got, no, we still have 2 more. So we do need to take a quick break right now. We'll be back with more music on part 1 of today's Saturday morning merry-go-round. And don't forget, after the 12 o'clock news, we're going to have another hour and a half worth of music with our special guest, Flint Ridge. We'll be back right after this.
All right. You're doing good there at promoting my business. Thank you. You're doing real good about promoting my business. I appreciate that.
Well, it's hard to, there's a lot of people that make it hard, but I don't think to the perfection of what yours.
well, I say, well, if I ever make one that's perfect, I'll quit. Because they're never, yeah.
And it's really, he's so patient because you have to do all of these steps and all this stuff and you really don't know how it's going to sound until you do that first drum.
People have asked me, what's it like making a guitar? And I said, it's like raising kids. Do the best you can and see how they come out. Really. Because the part that's really interesting to me is every piece of wood is different. I mean, even from the same tree.
Different amount of resonance.
Yeah, it's just cool.
Yeah.
But like I say, the trick is trying to get the best sound out of a particular pile of wood. Anybody here ever heard of Delma Curry? She has.
He's my favorite.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bob King. If you're just tuning in or just joining us, Saturday morning merry-go-round broadcast live each and every Saturday here from the historic Earl Theater, home of the old-time music Heritage Hall. I do want to make mention of this. Our special guest for the second portion of today's program, Flint Ridge. They'll be joining us after the 12 o'clock news. And be sure and tune in again next week. Mona Joe and friends will be with us from 11 to 12, followed up by Johnny Johnson and his fine group, the Southern Gentlemen. They'll be with us at 12 o'clock. That's April 24th's program. Right now, let's play 2 more songs before we take another break.
Okay,
all right.
We can do that. Jenny was just mentioning that Del McCory is one of her favorites. And he's one of our favorites too. He just chooses really interesting songs. And this is one that we've been doing for quite a while now that we just find to be a blessing, actually. It takes a Bible verse, man can't live on bread alone, puts it together with newspaper headlines that were probably in the headlines not too very long ago. And then it gives some advice. So see what you think. The name of the song is Man Can't Live on Bread Alone. The Dow Jones took a dive today. Another bank closed its doors. Man downtown tried to fly away from it on the 18th floor. Everything he worshipped ain't worth nothing now. He had a Jaguar in the driveway, house with 18 rooms. Every night he dined alone, fed from a silver spoon. I guess he never figured out you ain't what you own. Man can't live on bread alone. You can't fill your heart with silver and gold. You've got to have some love to satisfy your soul. We've got to pull together to make it on our own. Man can't live on bread alone. can't pay what they owe. He says it's only money, ain't no good when you're gone. Now he'll never be a rich man, but he's smiling every day, gets everything he needs by giving it away. I guess he's got it figured out. You ain't what you want. Man can't live on bread alone. You can't fill your heart with silver and gold. You've got to have some love to satisfy your soul. We've got to pull together to make it on our own. Man can't live on bread alone. You can't fill your heart with silver and gold. You've got to have some love to satisfy your soul. We've got to pull together to make it on our own. Man can't live on bread alone. Man can't live on bread alone. We're gonna do
have a little chicken or something.
a Merle Haggard tune. And the story of the song is that this man's going to be executed, and he asks his guitar playing friend to sing him back home. And in the second verse of the song, there's a choir comes in from off the street, and the man asks for a song his mother used to sing him. So we're speculating on what tune he asked the guitar player friend to sing him back home with him. So we add a little bit of a gospel tune on the end. So see what you think about that. Sing me back home.
The warden led the prisoner down the hallway to his doom. I stood up to say goodbye like all the rest. I heard him tell the warden just before they reached my cell that my guitar playing friend sing my request. He said, sing me back home, a song I used to hear. Make my own memories come alive. Sing me away, turn back the years. Sing me back home before I die. I recall last Sunday morning when a choir from off the street came in to sing a few old gospel songs. I heard him tell the singers, there's a song my mama sang. Could I hear it once before you traveled on? He said, sing me back home, a song I used to hear. Make my own memories come alive. Sing me away, turn back the years. Sing me back home before I die. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. He said, sing me back home before I die. Sing me back home.
Thank you. Love that song. And right now we're going to take one final break in this portion of today's program, if y'all don't mind, and we'll be right back with more music coming up from Bill and Maggie Anderson right after this.
Yeah, that Sing Me Back Home. Anyway, Merle Haggard, apparently as a young man, was kind of wild, and he didn't just invent that song. He lived that song. He was in prison in California as a young man, and experienced that was sort of a true story. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Was he in San Quentin when Johnny Cash did his prison?
Yeah, actually, he was in prison when Johnny Cash did his, was it Folsom Prison?
Folsom Prison.
Folsom Prison?
Well,
No, that's not
yeah,
right.
That's the name of the song, but
Yeah,
I think he did.
no, it was, I guess it was San Quentin. And actually, Merle Haggard went to do Johnny Cash's TV show, and he said, should I mention that? He said, absolutely. If you don't mention it, the newspapers will.
So you own up to who you are.
Thank you so much, Bob. And we're going to let these folks do two more songs, so we may go slightly over the 12 o'clock time mark, but I think that'll be all right. And it's been a pleasure to have you guys on again.
Well, it
Thank
has
you
been
so
a
much.
delight to be able to play in front of people again.
Live music, yeah.
Live music is nothing like it. Appreciate you coming out. Appreciate you having us.
Thank you.
So we're going to do a Becky Buller tune. This one is about a mailman back in the day where it would get tiresome delivering the mail up and down the mountain. So by the time the end of the day, he was ready to rest his weary feet. That's the name of the song. Before the dawn is breaking, I eat my grits and bacon, and I sit out in the sunshine or the rain. It's a long way down this mountain. There's many who I count that I get to town before the morning train. There's nothing I like better than to take these cards and letters to the folks that are living way back in the hills. Even though I like the talking, it requires a lot of walking, and by supper time I'm longing to be still. And it's up another father over one more hill till my clearing and the lights of home I see. On my porch waiting there is the wicker rocking chair where I can sit and rest my weary feet. Faster, but my mule is out to pasture. I guess we can't escape from growing old. I'd get another packing, Lord knows I can't afford to. That's why I'm doomed to walk these hills alone. And it's up another parlor, over one more hill till my clearing and the lights of home I see. On my porch waiting there is a wicker rocking chair where I can sit and rest my weary feet. I know the time is near. I'll travel from this clearing, leave my satchel hanging on its nail. For it's from this world I'll wander, but I'll be at peace up yonder where there'll be no need to carry in the mail. And it's up another parlor, over one more hill till my Savior's perfect heaven I will see. In my golden mansion there is a wicker rocking chair where I can sit and rest my weary feet. And it's up another hover, over one more hill to my clearing and the lights of home I see. In my golden there's a wicker rocking chair where I can sit and rest my weary feet.
Once again, if you want it done right, you're going to have to buy the CD because
I got stuck between two courses there.
Anyway, we're going to end up with a song that this is our pandemic song. We learned this song, oh, I don't know, maybe last March or something, or April, because we thought it was the ideal song to do in a pandemic. And it's called Ready for the Times to Get Better. And we thought with a title like that, the rest of the stuff doesn't matter. You know, we'll just play it.
We thank you once again for letting us be part of this wonderful show.
I've got to tell you, I've been racking my brain, trying to find a way out. I've had enough of this continual rain. Change is coming, no doubt. 'Cause it's been a too long time with no peace of mind. I'm ready for the times to get better. It's been a too long time with no peace of mind. I'm ready for the times to get better. You seem to want from me what I cannot give. I feel so lonesome at times. I've got a dream that I wish I could live, burning holes in my mind. But it's been a too long time with no peace of mind. I'm ready for the times to get better. It's been a too long time with no peace of mind. I'm ready for the times to get better. It's been a too long time with no peace of mind. I'm ready for the times to get better. It's been a too long time with no peace of mind. I'm ready for the times to get better. Day after day I've never felt so alone. Just not the same. I keep in touch, call my friends on the phone. I try to hide the pain. 'Cause it's been a too long time with no peace of mind. I'm ready for the times to get better. It's been a too long time with no peace of mind. And I'm ready for the times to get better. And I'm ready for the times to get better. Ready for the times to get better.
Great job from our special guests, Bill and Maggie Anderson. Don't go anywhere, folks, except you folks here in the theater. Let's all get out and get some popcorn from Mr. Ken and meet us right back here in about 5 minutes, right after the national news headlines and local news. We'll have another hour and a half of music from our special guests from Troutman, North Carolina. You thought I'd forget that, didn't you, David? Troutman, North Carolina, Flint Ridge. You're listening to the Voice of the Blue Ridge, broadcasting from Mount Airy, North Carolina, AM 740 WPAQ.
I assume this is muted, but we'll see. Yes, it is. Fancy Gap, Virginia? May have heard of Fancy Gap. Oh, thank you. Hey, how you doing?
Glad to have you.
Outstanding. Always great.
Thank you.
You gonna use what? I'm just joking. I'll let you use a chair. 4 chairs. What about a music stand? Maggie, let me get this started and we can look at another day. You already have. Well, maybe I want to move it.
I like that.
You gonna sit,
I'm gonna stand up. Anyway, we just about did it back in this.
Really?
My dad's pressure ministry in North Carolina.
We actually do it before we came back here.
And I remember.
The Presbyterian right here, the grand one?
Yeah, the grand.
Yeah, it's like solid.
And we just come. Yeah. But I was like in the third row. I barely remember coming here. But I do. Yes. Which way works? Which way do y'all want to go? Let's do it. Yeah, they get over.
Don't get up and get out by yourself.
Thank you. You gonna sit down too? I'll make it. I'm up here sitting down. You too. Hey, how's it going?
I don't want to mess up the screen.
Yeah, it's kind of strange if one stands up and
David's the first stand.
David's doing good.
He knows how that is.
I'm married to one.
Yes, he is.
Well, I don't know. I stopped one from falling. Did I say that? I was very nice.
You did. You would actually stop about. I was down here at the corner.
They didn't care.
You know, preaching people on the corner while ago. About to lift out in front of a car. They said, watch out. It was the local undertaker.
You can still get it.
Moody. Yeah.
When you see it's a virus, you know, right up here, you can get it. Getting back to it. Pull it down a little.
I was thinking right here. I mean, right here. Stand.
No, it's in my voice.
Tell me what you see.
We need, I'm sitting here, Tony's there, David's standing up. Only we can get David.
Let's put this spot right here for David. Now you need to,
I got to get two lights, I'm gonna get up.
okay, they can have it, David.
All right, you want this? All right. Sure. We got it.
Dan, Ray's just looking at that's the top. What do you think? That's probably good.
Get a little bit hard.
I'm already posted.
Yes, ma'am. You're good. You wrote it all.
Posted Facebook.
That's enough. We'll hear from y'all.
What not to do.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Hear that? It's a banjo. Oh, I love banjos. You've never heard
Y'all
one
get to,
today.
have you gotten to perform since last March when everything had to shut down?
It's different from the skunk in the middle of the banjo. The skunk has skid marks.
They didn't even know.
Which skunk banjo right in the middle, in the bottom of the cover of the river. Good start.
Yeah, I was about to have withdrawal symptoms from more loud music. I was invited to
It's called banjo
help
player
arrange
making
a recording that was going to be
Not
broadcast.
enough comedy.
And it moved me to tears to finally hear live music again.
I used to feel like that.
And more clouds filtering in there. It's a 20% chance of an isolated shower this afternoon tonight before 10 p.m. Overnight low 43 tomorrow, sunshine.
Well, you don't put that thing up there sign for it.
And your morning low Monday around 42 or 43. The northwest wind. And into Monday, 70 is sunshine. Monday night overnight low 42. And that is
Oh, that'll raise it.
sunshine on Tuesday. Get down to get 60 the rest of the week.
I've told people I'm at the stage now where my name tag is for my benefit. Today, I completely forgot it, so if anybody calls me by my name, I'll have to go, wait a minute, who's that name?
That's why I wear my name tag upside down.
Okay.
I can name tag. No, I can read it just fine.
Thank you so much, Bob, and we're just here having a big old time. I don't really know what else to say after that happened. But no, I'm just joking. I was kidding with David about is that your wife? And he said, no, that's my sister, and I wouldn't marry her. I said, well, that's good. I don't recommend that. That's good.
down in Troutman, we
No, we don't. We're not going to go there. But anyways, these folks are always a lot of fun, and thank you so much once again to Bill and Maggie Anderson. Did a great show for the first hour of today's program, and right now it's time to get the live music started again here on the stage of the Earl Theater. Let's do about 3 numbers, David, and then we'll take a quick break. Right now, help me make welcome to the stage for part 2 of today's Saturday morning merry-go-round from Troutman, North Carolina. This is Flint Ridge.
Play the truck driving man, and play the truck driving man.
Woo!
Flint Ridge from Troutman, North Carolina. It has nothing to do with fish. It was a Troutman name, but we have been called the Fish People before. But we are really glad to be back up here, Jenny, and we appreciate you all coming. We hope you stay at least for a little bit longer with us. But today, we're honored to have the senior member of our group, Jim Clanton, on fiddle, and I hope I can play anywhere close to that at 89 years old. Glad to have you. Look, now we'll get started with another one.
Smoky Mountain, smoke it in your eyes if you do. I'm telling you, you'll want to live there the rest of your life. If Smoky Mountain smoke is in your eyes. If you're looking for a place you will love, Smoky Mountain, Cherokee.
that I know of is Smoky Mountain, Tennessee.
Don't let the Smoky Mountain smoke it in your eyes. If you do, I'm telling you, you'll want to live there the rest of your life. If Smoky Mountain smoke is in your eyes.
In your eyes.
Don't let the Smoky Mountain smoke it in your eyes. If you do, I'm telling you, you'll want to live there the rest of your life. If Smoky Mountain smoke is in your eyes. If Smoky Mountain smoke is in your eyes.
Take a real quick break and we'll hear a word from our sponsor of this portion of today's merry-go-round. We'll be back with more music from Flint Ridge right after this.
I'm sure you're looking at it. I think we've already signed up for that. First Creek is, both of them are signed up sometime. August 8th.
Almost there.
August something.
I got it down as August.
July 24th.
Yeah.
Flint Ridge is after that.
Yeah, August 7th, right? That's what it is. Right there on your foot.
Don't step on
Yeah, we got a group in here today, semi-group.
Yeah. Last time I was here, they had paper people up here. Because there wasn't any to get out. Now all the paper people had masks. You know, the cardboard people make it look like
Thank you so much, Bob. And if you're just tuning in, just joining us here at the Earl Theater. This is a Saturday morning merry-go-round, a program that's been airing over WPAQ live music since 1948. Sometimes in our studio, which I know you've played there before, and also here at the Earl Theater, and a long time ago, it was in the Pick Theater, which was actually on the other side of Main Street. So just in case you wanted to know that, back in the 50s, it was at the Pick Theater downtown. So we're now back downtown at the Earl Theater every Saturday for the Saturday morning merry-go-round. And right now, back to our special guest for this portion of today's merry-go-round, and we'll play now until the bottom of the hour. So time for 2 or 3 more before we update you on the weather forecast. Here's Flint Ridge.
Jim being here, I'm not the oldest one anymore.
Excuse me if I'm wrong, but didn't Jim, who taught you to play the guitar?
Jim. First chord.
Okay, I thought I'd heard that before.
This is my grandfather, that's my great-grandfather.
Somebody loves me.
Here we go. me. Now he is with me from day to day. What a friend is he? He watches over me while I sleep, hears me when I pray. Well, I'm as happy as I can be, and now can say,
Somebody loves me, answered my prayer. I love somebody, I know he cares. Somebody tells me not to repine. That somebody is Jesus, and I know he's mine.
well, you'll be happy if you will let Jesus have his way. He has work for us all to do every passing day. Feed the hungry, cheer the sad, for thy son pray. Well, you have your never had, and you then can say,
Somebody loves me, answers my prayer. I love somebody, I know he cares. Somebody tells me not to repine. That somebody is Jesus, and I know he's mine.
stand for this one there. When at last my work is done, he will call me home to a mansion he has prepared, never more too long. Well, I sit down by the riverside, cares all passed away. Never ever a care to bear, what a happy day.
Somebody loves me, answered my prayer. I love somebody, I know he cares. Somebody tells me not to repine. That somebody is Jesus, and I know he's mine. That somebody is Jesus, and I know he's mine.
Even had an amen from Chapel Hill already. Good. What's this word? Chapel Hill with an amen? That's hard to believe. Oh yeah, excuse me, Chapel Hill hat here on stage. Never mind. Sorry about that.
That Carolina hat.
We're going to feature Jim Speaks from the Iredell County area on banjo, and this is one that he just loves to do. And we all know when he gets to Mississippi, we're at the end of it, right? Okay, that's good.
In the springtime on Saturday, the girl left me all the way. Now she's gone, I don't worry, for I'm sitting on top of the world.
Great job from our special guest, Flint Ridge. If you don't mind, David, how about let's go ahead and do one more song, and then we'll take a break for the updated weather forecast.
We just happen to have one.
All right, good.
I think that's going out on radio.
Let's feature David on for a radio thing.
Yep. We like train songs, and so I get to sing a few train songs. We like funeral songs, so I get to sing funeral songs, and we like songs about people cheating on people.
We like
And
invitation
occasionally sing
songs.
a few of those songs.
Freight train, runs so fast. Freight train, runs so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on, for tomorrow I'll be gone. When I'm dead and in my grave, no more good times here I pray. Place the stones at my head and feet and tell them I'm gone to sleep. Freight train, runs so fast. Freight train, runs so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on, for tomorrow I'll be gone. When I die, please bury me down at the end of Old Chestnut Street. So I hear old number 9 as she rolls on down the line. Freight train, runs so fast. Freight train, runs so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on, for tomorrow I'll be gone. Please don't tell.
That's why they call it live radio. Freight train, runs so fast. Freight train, runs so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on, for tomorrow I'll be gone. Please don't tell what train I'm on, for tomorrow I'll be gone.
Great job. I love that song. That's such a great song, isn't it?
Can I say something?
Sure, please do, please do.
I was listening to the first half, the first half of the merry-go-round, and I was in the truck, and I heard Jenny talking about a train. It said that a train comes through Mount Airy once a week, and by the way, it comes through Mount Airy on the train track down there. I thought that was, I said, man, I'm glad it comes through Mount Airy on the train track, but the first train did come through in 1888. When somebody was born and there was a hurricane.
You're exactly right.
Yeah, do listen.
I think that they're grasping at straws for hosting this program if they get me to do it for
And
this long.
Jenny's doing a great job.
You must have been really listening attentively.
I did, especially to that one.
I thought that was funny. Yeah, it does come through on the train track.
That's right.
Can't beat that. He went to school and everything.
Oh, well, that may be that's probably why he, well, anyways. No, the point of that is, David, is that it's where 601 and 52 cross. It's a huge intersection. That was what I was trying to say, is that's where the train comes through, the train tracks. Yes, but they happen to be at the
And I was right there at the train track when you made that announcement.
Wow.
I was there when you said, I said, right.
And it's a small world, isn't it? Well, let's see. We do need to check in on the weather forecast, so we'll send things back to you, Bob King, and we'll be back with more music from our special guest, Flint Ridge, right after this. You were seeing when that train goes through.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the train tracks and everything.
It is on the track.
It's that intersection, and then
That's
when it
amazing.
comes through, if you have, it's like about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. People look at it,
Yeah.
it's a train. It's so funny, but you know, they just, you don't see trains.
Does it stop here?
You have 10% battery use.
I think it's where it's
The
going.
difference to you?
Because it don't go any farther.
Stop.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I don't think mine ever got it there. It's because it never went.
Well, I've always wanted to know what it would be like to be at the end of the track. We're here. We've arrived. We're at the end of the track.
You go to Mooresville at the end of the track, too.
Yeah, Mooresville at the end of the track.
I don't know if they turn it around or what, I guess it happens.
That's the station.
Well, maybe it
It's not
goes
the
back,
station, it's not the end of the track.
you know, around.
They do think, yeah. That's it.
Better be paying attention. So.
Still out there. Hey.
Thank you so much, Bob. And if you're out enjoying this nice day, it is a little bit cool, but still a nice day nonetheless. And be sure to stop in and see us here at the Earl Theater. We do this each and every Saturday, broadcasting live the merry-go-round on WPAQ. And right now, back to more great live music from our special guests, Flint Ridge. What you got picked out for us next?
Got a good gospel song coming up now, crying holy to the Lord.
Crying holy to the Lord, to the Lord, to the Lord. Crying holy to the Lord, to the Lord, to the Lord.
If I could, I surely would.
And all that what we're Moses stood.
Lord, I ain't no stranger now. Lord, I ain't no stranger now. For I've been introduced to the Father and the Son. Lord, I ain't no stranger now.
Crying holy to the Lord, to the Lord, to the Lord. Crying holy to the Lord, to the Lord.
If I could, I surely would.
Stand on that rock where Moses stood.
Sinners run, hide your face. Sinners run, hide your face. Sinners run to the Lord and hide your face. Go down out, no hiding place.
Crying holy to the Lord, to the Lord,
To the Lord,
crying holy to the Lord, to the Lord.
to the Lord.
If I could, I surely would.
Down on that rock where Moses stood.
Crying holy to the Lord, holy to the Lord,
Crying holy to the Lord, to the Lord.
if I could, I surely would.
Stand on that rock where Moses stood. This is one. This is Tony Hoover from Troutman, and even though he looks a lot older than I, we graduated together, and I'm actually a little older than him, even though he's got a lot of
A
age.
few months.
But
And I say the same for you.
I know you would. And he also supports Chapel Hill, Dana. Sorry.
Well, yeah, kind of. I played ball there, so, you know.
That's
I tell you, so.
But the other thing about Tony is,
basketball camp, it's a trick. But I did play ball there.
this song may have to stop. This song may have to stop and start over. Because it's very sad, and Tony cried
Well,
about
they're
this.
having the tag sales for speaking out Mom's place, so.
So they're cleaning things out.
Yeah,
This
it's cleaning
song
things out.
touches
I've already cried enough on this song, so I think I can get through it.
Let's get through it.
It's a
If
pretty
you
good
start
song.
crying, just pray for me.
Yeah, oh yeah. Leaves are falling and turning in showers of gold as the postman climbs up along the hill. And their sympathy is written all
more live. Who will watch the home place? Who will tend my heart's dear space? Who will fill my empty place when I am gone from here? There's a lovely green nook by a clear run stream. Now it was my place when I was quite small, and the creatures and the sounds could soothe my worst pain. But today they don't need me at all. Who will watch the home place? Who will tend my heart's dear space? Who will fill my empty place when I am gone from here? In my grandfather's shed, there are hundreds of tools. I know them and feel them by name. And like parts of my body, they've patched this old place. When I move them, they won't be the same. Now I wander around, touching each blessed thing. The chimney, the table, the tree. And my memories swirl around me like birds on the wing. And when I leave them, oh, will I be? Who will watch the home place? Who will tend my heart's dear space? Who will fill my empty place when I am gone from? Who will watch the home place? Who will tend my heart's dear space? Who will fill my empty place when I am gone from here?
Just make sure you take the Kleenexes out with you when you go. I think we all can relate to that song at some point.
I do, yeah.
We'll take another real quick break and hear from our radio partners at Old Mill Music, sponsor of this portion of today's merry-go-round. We'll be back with more music from our special guests right after this. Or not.
Yeah.
Bob's probably like, we have time. Did you get to see them?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a picture with Timbo.
That's great.
We got to meet Tim White.
Yeah, we got to meet Tim, got his picture on.
Is he there today?
He's there now.
Y'all can't see it, but they got Christmas decorations up here. Look at that. I'm sure you look, you know, the Christmas trees looking out right behind that column right there.
Yeah, we get them out of
Yeah, they get them out.
Maybe once a year.
Yeah, at least once a year. Usually at Christmas.
Never once, and we're geared up for next song.
Isn't this a great place?
Yeah.
You know, this is a wonderful place that we can't see anybody. The lights are so bright. I mean, there could be 1,000 of you out there. We really can't
I
see.
really can't see. I can see some. There's 4 over here and 16 over here.
But we really appreciate y'all staying. This is big.
It excites us because we thank people for coming.
A lot of people show up.
Thank you for staying.
A lot of people show up, but man, at the end of it, there's nobody left. We really thank you.
We got to do some country songs here in a minute, but they're old. I consider Removal Brother top 10. This is tearjerkers.
But
That song, Claire Lynch, the one y'all did before. Was that that one?
yes,
Claire, I like Claire. I'm not sure about Claire.
but didn't you do that song?
Is that
Which
that
one?
song?
One you just did.
No, Laurie Lewis. Laurie Lewis. 1994 Bluegrass Song of the Year.
Oh, wow.
You only heard it one time, and that's when she won it. Because she's California Bluegrass, and they wouldn't play it.
Here comes the history.
1994 Bluegrass Song of the Year.
Wow, she's a talented person.
That was Laurie Lewis and her group.
Laurie Lewis and the Right Hands, and that's the name of her group
Right
on
Hands.
Facebook.
Something like that.
From the left coast.
Tom Rawson and all them was
From
there.
West Coast.
Yeah, that's the West Coast. Laurie Lewis and something. Grant Street or something, I don't know.
Thank you so much, Bob, and I do want to make mention of that we heard from about the Easter Brothers mural project, and it's all but complete. It's almost all the way finished, but Tim White is working on it this morning, and so if you wanted to see the artist in action, we were mentioning about Song of the Mountains, actually in the program earlier today, and of course he's the MC from Song of the Mountains. If you've watched it on public television, is also a great artist. And he is the artist that's doing the Easter Brothers mural. Just right, hop, skip, and a jump. Not even that far. It's like you could play hopscotch from here to get to where it's at. So it's just right down the street. So be sure to check that out. And he's working today if you want to thank him. And I'm going to do that after I leave today's program.
Finished just,
But he's out there just,
and he's there now.
he's just out. It is finished, but he's out there. Well, he's probably telling jokes, he's signing autographs, and if you've never met Tim White, he's a great guy. So, and then we heard from Old Mill Music, and we'll be open today until 4 o'clock, so if you do need any musical equipment, be sure and stop by and see us. Right now, back to our special guest. We can play up until 12 o'clock. What do you think about that? Well, actually, we've passed 12 o'clock, so we can play up until 1 o'clock now.
Play the 12 o'clock. That is, good Lord, that's 11 hours and 15 minutes.
Let's not do that. Play up until 1 o'clock.
We got Conway Twitty, even though it's not bluegrass, but Bill Lawson did it, and we're going to do a teary song.
Bill Anderson wrote it.
Okay,
Bill
here
Anderson,
comes the
Jack
history again. Okay, here we go. Yeah.
The nights were dark and long. I spent a minute all alone. But I never once stopped loving you. My world was cold and still. My dreams lay unfulfilled. But I never once stopped loving you. I never once stopped believing we'd love again the way we used to do. And today, when you came back, our patience was rewarded, for I never once stopped loving you. And today, I could have loved another, but I chose to wait and suffer, for I never once stopped loving you. And I prayed to God to guide you till I could be beside you, for I never once stopped loving you. Stop believing we'd love again the way we used to do. And today, when you came back, my patience was rewarded, for I never once stopped loving you. I never once stopped loving you.
Yeah, we also sing about prisons and jails and going to jail. And I just got through building the jail in Iredell County. It took about 3 years. So I guess I got chosen to sing a song about jail. And I've been in jail for 3 years. Fortunately, I was just building the jail.
In the gravel yard with the number 4 my name, making little rocks out of big rocks all day. Oh, the work is mighty hard in the gravel yard. I'll never be a free man, so they say.
Lord, hear my plea, listen now to me. I killed the man that I caught with my wife. You've probably done the same, so I'm not to blame. Sentenced for the rest of my life.
In the gravel yard with the number 4 my name, making little rocks out of big rocks all day. Oh, the work is mighty hard in the gravel yard. I'll never be a free man, so they say.
In the driving rain, with the ball and chain, my hammer rings a full sound. It sings a mighty song to those who done me wrong, united me cold, cold ground. Oh well.
In the gravel yard with the number 4 my name, making little rocks out of big rocks all day. Oh, the work is mighty hard in the gravel yard. I'll never be a free man, so they say. In the gravel yard with the number 4 my name, making little rocks out of big rocks all day. But the work is mighty hard in the gravel yard. I'll never be a free man, so they say. I'll never be a free man, so they say.
It took me a long time. I was trying to make big rocks out of little rocks for a long time. I figured out you could not do it. I kept singing it like that. It felt like a train on the track.
We don't feel bad.
So now I know what it means. We're busting big rocks, making little rocks, not the other way around. In a gravel yard, yeah. Okay, we tried. Professional music, I'm sure, is rewarding and profitable. I mean, we've made tens of dollars. There is nothing more fun than amateur live music, because we all make mistakes and we love it because we laugh at each other. And if we make a big one, we even laugh hard.
Sometimes we have to write out the mistakes we're going to make, you know, because we got to plan for it.
Yeah, we plan for our mistakes. We just don't know when they're going to happen.
Remember the night we strolled down the lane, our hearts were dead happy then. You whispered to me as I held you close, you hope this time will never end. Get down, boys, go back home, back to the girl you love. Treat her right, never wrong. How about the girls can love? Treat her right, never
how mountain girls can love.
All right, great job for our special guest, Flint Ridge, on today's Saturday morning merry-go-round program. And right now, I do think we need to hear another word about the upcoming 41st annual Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver Bluegrass Show that's going to be taking place in May of this year. We're excited to announce that. And then we'll update you on a few things and come back with another 29 minutes up till 1:29 on the merry-go-round this Saturday morning. We'll be back. You're listening to the Voice of the Blue Ridge, AM 740, along with FM 106.7 WPAQ.
I listen to WPAQ all day, and even when I'm not there, it's on my Alexa now playing. But I found out why they say 129 or even 128, because several weeks, maybe a month ago, she said that if you ever get behind, it takes all afternoon to catch up. So especially with this, because everybody else is getting cut short. So 129, we're done. If we're in the middle of the song and it's 129, we just stop. We just stop the song.
Yeah, surprise everybody.
Yeah. So that's why she says 129. Really, it's 130. But she pays us to 130.
Yeah.
We just have to stop at 130.
Oh, okay. The money?
If it's 131, we're in trouble.
Stan, look
Everything we pay.
at your list. We might have to do the ones we know better, don't we? I like to do the Civil War song.
We got 11 more hours. Better fix this.
I like to do the Civil War song.
We got 30 minutes. We got 29, exactly 29 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna do one for soldiers.
Yeah.
Because we done told James that we'd do that one. He wrote it, so he'll be sitting.
We got a lot more songs than we got time. But we learned years ago doing this, you run out of songs, you get fumbling around trying to do things. We don't like
Thank you so much, and if you're just tuning in or just joining us, you're listening to the Saturday Morning Merry-Go-Round. Each and every Saturday we do this live from the Earl Theater, broadcast over WPAQ. Our special guest for part 2 of today's program from Troutman, North Carolina, Flint Ridge. Help make them welcome back to the stage.
Here and there.
Even when you plan it, you know, that was one of our shorter ones. Trying to make up some time here. Now we got it. Let's try it again. They gotta get their money for it. Try it again. Just think about what we're doing. Here and there.
Here and there.
Oh, okay. Never indeed. Never. Back to it.
somewhere between.
All right.
You do somewhere between. Yeah, we need to do a sunny side live. Yeah, we need to do sunny side. Side. Yeah. That's Jim's song. Yeah. Hello, Jim. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
We got a list, it's numbered, and we still can't get it right. That's okay. That's all right.
We're skipping around now. We're here. We're here. You.
Go ahead, yeah. Kick
Come
off.
on, Jim. Let's do this thing.
There's a dark and a troubled side of life. There's a bright and a sunny side too. Though we meet with the darkness inside, the sunny side will always
This is a sing-along, ready? Everybody.
keep on sunny side, always on sunny side. Keep on sunny side of life. It will help you every day. It will brighten all your way if you keep on sunny side of life. The storm and its fury broke the day. Rushing folks up the terrace of fear. Storms like clouds will in time pass away. The sun again will shine bright and clear. Keep on sunny side, always on sunny side. Keep on sunny side of life. It will help you every day. It will brighten all your way if you keep on sunny side of life. Let us sing a song of hope every day. Though the weather be cloudy or fair, let us trust in our Savior away. Keep every one in His care. Keep on sunny side, always on sunny side. Keep on sunny side of life. It will help you every day. It will brighten all your way if you keep on sunny side of life. If you keep on sunny side of life.
Give yourself a hand now. Good job. Really right here for the wife. She's really singing out.
Let's see. Think of the first words of the song. What's the first words of the song there? In the year. In the year. There you go. I'm glad these boys are smart. You didn't get the words for me on that, it's on me. All right, here we go. All right, here we go on three.
We'll fight in a war for a reason that we hardly knew. Many tears they were shed, many loved ones lay dead in the fight between the good and the blue. I recall Daddy lad with his mother and dad said good in that red heart of clay. Have someone play this for me.
All right.
welcome our special guests here on this portion of today's program, Flint Ridge. We do need to take a break for just a short moment, and we'll be back with more music coming up right after this. Are you doing the Easter Brothers song?
We're doing 8?
No, it's fine. I'm going to read his ad whenever you do it.
Our last one, next to the last brother song.
Yeah.
Is it last one?
The next to the last.
What's our last one? Get up around.
You know, there's a lot of pressure to meet 129 times. That is Trent. You don't know the pressure this is.
Thank you so much, Bob King. And we were trying to figure out what we were going to do there for just a moment, and then I had to make an executive decision, because I do need to make mention of this. You're looking around like, who's making the executive decision? I'm going to make that executive decision. We're playing until 1:29, and I know you folks are going to maybe end up with an Easter Brothers song, but we do need to tell you about their business beforehand, because there's the sponsor of this portion of today's merry-go-round program. Once again, Mayberry Music Center, located right across the street from the historic Earl Theater and locally owned and operated by James Easter of the Easter Brothers. And James would like to invite you to stop in and check out their selection of acoustic as well as electric guitars. They've also got bass guitars, mandolins, fiddles, banjos, trumpets, saxophones, clarinets, flutes, and much, much more. Also, Mayberry Music Center specializes in Blue Ridge guitars, and they are the authorized Blue Ridge guitar dealer here in the Mount Airy area. Mayberry Music Center always offers a $100 discount off the suggested retail price of their Blue Ridge guitars, and you'll usually find there some slightly used Blue Ridge guitars at a discounted price. In addition, they have strings as well as all types of accessories for your instrument, and they offer music lessons as well as instrument repair. And of course, James wants us to remind you that if you don't see what you're looking for, just ask him, because he could usually have it for you in just a couple of days. You'll also find a great selection of bluegrass and bluegrass gospel CDs, including titles from the Easter Brothers as well as the Primitive Quartet. Mayberry Music Center is open Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 4, and on Saturdays they're open from 9:30 to 3. They're always closed on Sunday. That's Mayberry Music Center, historic Main Street in downtown Mount Airy, bringing you this portion of today's Saturday morning merry-go-round, featuring Flint Ridge.
Thank you, Jenny. And our last introduction is for the leader of the group, Stan Childers. Stan is a music director throughout a lot of Baptist churches in the Troutman area, Iredell County, but Stan lives on the shores of Duck Creek, which is about that wide, but it's called Duck Creek. But please make welcome Stan Childers, your friend and mine. Is going to sing our next song, Stanley Brothers song, 1956. Since he's one of our older ones, let's sing the old song.
If that's the way you feel, it's alright. If that's the way you
One more before the Easter Brothers song.
do I saw the light right quick. So aimless like this, I wouldn't let my dear Savior in. Jesus came like a stranger tonight. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I said, praise the Lord, I saw the light.
Great, always. You didn't do Wild Bill Jones, and now I'm disappointed.
Well,
You got to the end.
It's 129.
It's not big.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jenny, for remembering Wild Bill Jones.
I love it.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Hey,
Quick verse of it.
no,
Now, let's do these, let's stay on
If we're gonna
schedule.
stay on
We get
schedule,
docked if we don't.
we'll have to charge you extra and you invite us back. How's that, Jenny?
This is
Yeah, I
our
love it.
Easter Brother song.
Here's the Easter Brothers song. It's a pretty
Go
cool
over,
song.
Brother James has got a real story.
Yeah,
about
James,
this
if you're
song.
out there, which we know you are.
James, Denise, don't forget
Denise?
You're gonna run out of time, you get started.
Wounded soldiers, take up your weapons. Let's fight the battle. You're not alone. For the angels are camped around us. We're not defeated. We'll soon be home.
When we're weakened by Satan's army, and it seems like the battle may be lost, we must keep marching and remember that we are soldiers of the cross.
Wounded soldiers, pick up your weapons. Let's fight the battle. We're not alone. For the angels are camped around us. We're not defeated. We'll soon be home.
In times of darkness, we'll stand together. The weapon of prayer will make us strong. Don't be discouraged, just trust in Jesus. And soon we'll be singing the victory song.
Wounded soldiers, pick up your weapons. Let's fight the battle. We're not alone. For the angels are camped around us. We're not defeated. We'll soon be home. Wounded soldiers, pick up your weapons. Let's fight the battle. We're not alone. For the angels are camped around us. We're not defeated. We'll soon be home. We're not defeated. We'll soon be home.
We're gonna close out with Jim Clinton on the Red Apple Rag.
Thank you once again to Bill and Maggie Anderson. Right now, I'll take the opportunity to remind you again that next week we'll be welcoming Mona Joe and friends along with the Southern Gentleman at 12 o'clock. Mona Joe from 11 to 12 and the Southern Gentleman from 12 to 1:30. And until then, this is Jeannie Lowry signing off from another edition of today's Saturday Morning Merry-Go-Round broadcast on WPAQ.
Thank y'all for coming and staying, all 5 of you. We appreciate you.
I know Mona Joe. Mona Joe.